What are the French like?
Artistic people.
Very emotional.
Stuck up and standoffish.
Very rude.
Very chic. Very hospitable.
Fun-loving people.
Very passionate.
The most civilized in the world.
What are the French like?
Oh, I love them. Fabulous. I went to Paris a couple years ago. I got lost, 2 o'clock in the morning. Some guy got a cab for me. He gave me the money. He said, yeah, everybody has a bad attitude towards Parisians. I love them. I've been back 3 times. They're fabulous.
Great.
Yeah.
What are the French like?
What are the French like? They don't have a very good reputation in this country, I'm afraid. They're, my personal opinion of French, they're extremely stuck up and standoffish.
What are the French like? Reserved, polite, very formal, cultured.
More or less the same.
What are the French like?
The French, I feel, are very passionate, very emotional. They have a good sense of color and smell, and that is seen in the goods that are really marketed around the world, be it food, perfume, and clothing.
What are the French people like?
Not to my particular taste. But then no Europeans are, so...
Okay. Andy?
Yes. The northern French I find very unfriendly. The southern French are better, more Mediterranean, but no, I wouldn't make a best friend of a French person.
What are the French like?
Very warm people, maybe a little less inhibited than some groups of people.
What are the French like?
I only know a few, and those are my French teachers, and they're kind of nice. Little attitude, but they're nice people.
A little attitude?
Yeah, a little attitude.
Explain the little attitude.
A little French attitude. A little maybe a little snobbiness, maybe.
What are the French like?
Sensual.
What are the French like to you?
Well, I've met a few of them, and I've been to France, and they were rather rude to me, actually. There were some that were immensely helpful, and then there were some that were very rude. What are the French like?
The French are artistic people. They're very family-orientated people.
What are the French like?
I always find them quite dour, the French, but usually very chic.
Yes, well, we've got some French friends, and they always make us very hospitable, and I've had their children to stay with us, and my children have been to stay with them, and we've been to weddings in France, and found them very hospitable, yes.
Are the French like the English?
No.
How are they different?
The more laid back sort of thing. They take a couple of hours off lunch. Everyone takes a couple of hours off lunch, and it's more laid back, really.
You mean they work less than the English?
I wouldn't say that, no, but it's just sort of more relaxed way of life. It's not a race all the time.
And what about food? Do you think the French eat better than the English?
Definitely.
And what are the French like?
I don't know too many French people. I would say they're more family orientated than the English, perhaps. In general, I'd say they're pretty friendly.
I'd say they were more relaxed. They spend much longer at meal times, and they eat much later in the evening. They like a bottle of wine. Generally more relaxed, I think.
What are the French like?
Excuse me?
What are the French like?
What are the French like? I think they're fabulous. I spent summer in Paris, and I studied at the Sorbonne, but that was way back in the dark ages, so I got a little taste of Paris at that time. It was wonderful. Probably the most interesting thing that happened was that I sold the New York Times on the Champs-Élysées in Paris in order to make some spending money. Yeah.
And what are the French people like?
French are fine. We went on holiday in France last year. I really enjoyed it. Like this country, you find different people depending on where you are. In Paris, people are maybe not quite so friendly as they are in the Dordogne or down in the south of France in the rural areas.
What are the French like?
French are very amiable people, our neighbours across the channel.
What are the French like?
They're wonderful people. Friendly. They eat a lot. They drink a lot.
What are the French like?
Fashionable. A bit more reserved than the English in some respects.
What are the French like?
What are the French like? Easygoing, fun-loving people.
What are the French like?
The French are delightful people, the most civilized in the world.
Yes, I love living. I live living in France, and I find them individually extremely charming, but collectively somewhat difficult.